So yeah, this is the test, innit? To see how it goes, innit? Let's
Tester.
see how it goes.
The tester.
And we're live. Main event mic'd. First video. Is this
First
gonna
one.
get released?
First.
The first one. Is this gonna
The
get released?
first.
Who knows? But we have a show today. Saturday night main event. Potentially a new well, we're gonna have a world heavyweight champion. And potentially and potentially some new champions based on how things are booked. So
If Seth comes back for a third time, mate, the booking's
no,
in the mud.
no, no. That's nah. If this guy fakes again, he can nah. You can never do this again. But
You
another
can never
time,
claim an injury ever again.
no, you can't. You can't, bro. Honestly, my feelings for the show is like with every Saturday night main event that's happened this year. This one, the matches look decent, but if I'm just gonna be honest, I'm not super excited about this show. Not because the matches are gonna be bad. I just feel like a lot of these matches that I'm seeing here, they don't super excite me. Even though the world title match Punk and Jey Uso is very different, I'm just like, eh. I feel like you could have. There was a clear world champion who was holding the
Yep.
belt, and they should have done it there.
Yep.
But they want to wait
Yep.
until like I don't know Rumble, Mania, or whatnot to pull the trigger when you could have pulled the trigger then. Who knows if Braun Breaker's still? They'll keep the momentum on him, but you never know if that momentum's still alive. I'm just not interested in a CM Punk Jey Uso world title reign, especially a Jey Uso one. I don't hate Jey Uso like everyone hates Jey Uso on social media, but I get we're doing the whole he's trying to be complicated and evil person and all that and kind of be in his head because I think that is the more interesting Jey Uso. But I'm just not
Yeah.
interested in the world title run. CM Punk is CM Punk, but do I want him to have the world title? Yeah, I just feel like this ending
He's
craves a heel turn.
he's Punk's. I feel outgrown the world title in
Yeah,
terms of age, in terms of stature in the company. Like he has
yeah,
outgrown it. You don't need CM Punk to have the world title for him to be on this marquee.
yeah,
And with Jey Uso, it feels like a repeat of like I don't want to say over pushed
hmm.
because he's not over, but he's just every single show it's him.
Yeah,
It's always him. It's always what's Jey Uso doing. What's Jey Uso doing? I'm like, I don't care. I don't care. You've got the entrance. The entrance is on lock. Like the entrance is
yeah,
goated forever.
yeah,
France will always be with us.
yeah,
But you're not really like getting my
yeah.
interest level up at all.
Yeah. I think that's the kind of the problem with Jey Uso this year. The problem I have with Jey Uso this year, he's easily the most over he's ever been. And when you're that over, you're going to generate so much money for the company. They're going to put you over. They're going to give you the opportunities like the World Heavyweight title. I don't have a problem with. I just kind of feel like my gripes about how they did Gunther Jey Uso is that they waited too long to kind of get the momentum going. And
Yep.
unfortunately, the more interesting Jey Uso is when he's complicated, when Roman Reigns is about to give him mental health problems and
Yep.
all this other stuff, and when he's trying to be
Yeah.
this aggressive person. That's the best Jey Uso. I know we're kind of slowly doing that here with CM Punk, and I did like the promo they did on Monday, but I don't know. Another world title with Jey Uso, I just don't know. And I understand people wanted LA Knight to be in this situation because LA Knight is just the same. He's never going to become a world champion. Because I look at Jey Uso and LA Knight, they are pretty much in the same positions. Jey Uso's more
Yep.
over. He's way more over. But LA Knight
Do
has
you
still been
think?
able. Yeah.
I'd say they're quite neck and neck. I feel like Jey Uso is more over with the general audience,
Hmm.
but I think the hardcore fans levitate towards LA Knight a lot more.
Hmm.
I think they're pretty very similar in terms of overness. LA Knight's been over for like 3 years now.
That's the thing.
When is it? If they're ever going to pull the trigger, it was now.
Yeah, and they're never going to.
And to even not even have him in the last three in the battle royal,
Hmm.
like that just shows like you've got a position for LA Knight.
Yeah.
He's outgrown the mid card and he's not a main eventer. He's in that little
Yeah.
slot where he
Yeah.
can main event a Raw, and that's it really.
Yeah. it's kind of an unfortunate one because I even remember I don't know if this was SmackDown or Raw last week. I think someone had a banner that said no Jey Uso for the world title or
Yep,
something, and then they hold the banner up.
yeah.
Ellen Knight's that type of guy that will stir stuff up. He knows what he's doing.
I can't wait for that to be on Untold, by the way,
Yeah.
or the Netflix the Netflix series. Let me straight onto that.
Oh, WWE on Raw probably, probably.
Do we
Um,
think do we think there's going to be any surprises in this match? Do we
they,
think Braun and the Bronze get involved?
they could because there is like the thing with Braun is that he's clearly earmarked for that world title, but then you also have a problem where Bronson Reed is also positioned very strong, especially after that win against Roman Reigns. We
Yep.
technically have two guys who are protected so highly, and is a good thing to have. But it's like, how do you kind of utilize both of their positions? I know you're going to clearly push Braun Breaker for a world title. I would argue should have been in this match to begin with, but
Yep.
that's just kind of the thing right now. They could get involved, possibly. They could possibly get involved in somehow, and maybe we have an ending where maybe one. I want to ask you, what's your thoughts of Jey Uso joining this vision?
I can't have Jey Uso's spear next to Braun Breaker's spear. It just
I don't
I
know.
don't I don't think I don't think he should be in the Vision.
Yeah,
I think Braun Breaker should take the reins of the Vision. And my
yeah,
sort of philosophy on the Vision is they should get people that are just all young and
yeah.
all being held down.
Hmm.
Like a similar group to the Nexus, but they're actually all signed and you
Yeah,
ain't got Daniel Bryan choking out anyone with a bloody tie. And so you get your Austin Theories, your Carmelo Hayes,
mhm,
all these young people that have not been pushed in years, and
yeah,
just get them, elevate them all. I don't think Bronson Reed fits that, but he was just really the
yeah,
bodyguard. I think they needed a third
yeah,
person, and at that time he was the only one without a story.
yeah.
But I don't think Jey Uso does nothing for the group joining it.
I agree. I kind of just feel like they need to just be like people that are gonna break through. I know people. There was a big rumor about Austin Theory. I don't know if that's still gonna happen. I don't mind Austin Theory. Some people think I hate Austin Theory. I don't. It's just well, is that we'll get there, we'll keep it there. I think with Austin Theory, he has the potential. It's just that Vince saw the potential. Triple H, for some reason, didn't. That's why he was stuck in a tag team vortex with Grayson Waller, and they were just
Yep.
there to either be fed for main event people, people in feuds and whatnot, until they're like, we're just gonna break you up. Since you're injured, we have no use for you, and we're now gonna add Grayson Waller to the New Day, which
Yep.
doesn't make any sense right now.
Oh, it's terrible.
Um,
It's terrible.
but if Theory joins that team, it's a redemption for Theory. I think he's
Yeah.
talented. It's just that this is kind of his chance to kind of finally break through because he has it. He has talent. I'm not trying to deny he
Yeah.
doesn't, but
And he has the look as well.
and the look too. It's just that Triple H
No.
doesn't notice. He's kind of in the cycle of just you have potential, but for some reason, just Triple H just doesn't see anything in you. For some reason, but yeah.
How do we feel about a potential Gunter return?
If I'm gonna be
Have
honest, I think Gunther's coming back for a certain title that a certain Mister 17's gonna win at Survivor Series. I
yeah.
think that's what's gonna
I
happen. Yeah,
The only reason why I say it is because Gunter's two big storylines this year, well, apart from Goldberg, was CM Punk and Jey Uso.
yeah,
And he hasn't got his rematch. He hasn't been seen since he lost the world title.
yeah.
So could there be a little like attack after the match to name a number one like to state your case? I agree with you. I think a certain 17-time champion is going to go that way.
Yeah, I think it wouldn't surprise me that in this show they go. The thing with Triple H, I'm not trying to say his booking is bad. His booking's good. It's that there's a period where it becomes a bit safe, and sometimes
Yeah.
safe can be good. But it's something where you have something that has shooken the creative thing. You don't have the long term thing with Seth Rollins anymore. You now
Yep.
have the opportunity to do something completely different, and you've gone with Punk and Jey Uso. I think there is
Yeah.
a chance for maybe someone to turn heel, like a Jey Uso or maybe a Punk. But then, would you risk having one of these two big acts turn heel at this period? Even though we've seen that Jey Uso's been slowly showing signs of just trying to be a heel, CM Punk can play the heel role. We can kind of link back to what he said in that opening promo when he said, "I'm not here to make friends. I'm here to make money." So
Yep.
there's options there. There's options for what Triple H is going to do tonight. Sure, we don't know what's going to happen, but there are clearly options. Um, and for Gunther, I think we could. I think Gunther's this with no leaks, no nothing. I think what's the pathway, and this actually kind of links to the IC title match. Dominic retains. I think Dominic's retaining, and he's
Yep.
facing John Cena at Survivor Series. John Cena is going to win the only championship that he has not won in WWE, which is the IC title.
With a 619.
So I want to see John Cena as what? How old is John Cena? Let me just
40. I think he's 48. John Cena.
for him. I was begging for him to not hit that 619 when against AJ Styles. I was like, this is. I don't think this is your wheelhouse, Maggie. I don't know if I want to see John Cena at 48 hit at 619 when I've never seen you hit 619 before in your life. The only option I can see this guy hit 619 is if it's WWE 2K. I don't want to see this guy. I don't want to see you hit a 619 at your age, my G. He might, for the thing, but like, cool. I think he wins at Survivor Series, and then down the line you can have Gunther's return, and then it's Gunther versus John Cena at Saturday Night
Yeah.
Main Event, December 13th.
Yeah.
I'll actually not be in the country. I'll be in Ghana around that time, so that will be a very interesting watch.
I like how Gunter's taken Randy Orton's gimmick and just like times it by two. He's not the legend
Yeah.
killer. I'm just going to retire all these man.
Yeah,
Goldberg, Cena.
yeah, yeah,
Just give him Styles next year as well. Just let him retire
Yeah.
everyone.
yeah, yeah.
Um,
Yeah. And he's always around
Should we-
the championship. That's just
Yeah.
he's always around the championship. That's just how you
Yeah.
have to book him. He's just around
Yep.
because you've done it, but you did it with a no offense, a commentator in Pat McAfee, and it was fine.
Yep.
But it's like he has to be around
Yeah.
the championship.
Yep. But so should we move on to the? So who do we think's going to win?
So just to start off, Punk J, I think it's going to be a safe option. I think he could. That's the thing. This is you don't know who's going to win, and I think that's the best thing about it. But then you have an option where it could work out or it could not work out. It wouldn't surprise me if he goes with Punk because Punk is the most popular. You can do something with him there. I don't see. I could be wrong, but I just don't see another world title reign in Jey Uso unless they do something where we want to turn him heel and then add him into this faction, which it'll be a shocking moment. But it's like when you sink it all in, you're like, does Jey Uso need to be in this group? Does he need to be with Paul Heyman?
Nope.
I don't know. So I'm gonna go with Punk. I think Punk will get the W. And I think I've already said it. Dominic, Penta, and Rusev for the IC title. I think this will be a fun match, but I've got Dominic retaining. He needs to face the "You Can't See Me" man at Survivor Series and drop the.
Is Rusev taking another fall? Is he giving the up yours to Tony Khan?
He's given so many pinfalls. He's like the amount, like that is crazy. How many pinfalls he's taken here compared to what he's done in AEW. It's either this guy was protected, or he just didn't want to take any pinfalls. And when you go there, when you go WWE, you have to. Like Aleister Black's taking pinfalls, Ricky Saints, but Ricky Saints in NXT, so it's different. But they'll take pinfalls anyway. Rusev, so Jade to an extent, and that will probably be the next match we'll talk about. But I got Dominic. So the next match, Tiffany Stratton will be defending her WWE Women's Championship against Jade Cargill. Match-wise, look, Jade Cargill's made the improvements. I think the Naomi feud was a good feud for her, but actually impacted Naomi a lot more. If you were to ask me like a few weeks ago, I would say both of these people need to have character changes. But they gave it to Jade Cargill, and I think it's very, very necessary for her to turn heel and have this character. If you're turning her heel, she needs to win tonight.
Yep.
You can't push this to
Yep.
another week, another month. Just give her the belt now. Just give
Yep.
Jade Cargill the belt now. Is she the greatest in the ring? No. Is there something she can improve on? Yes, but I think you need a change of pace or a breath of fresh air. Tiffany Stratton will have multiple title reigns. I just think this world title reign, her very first one, just hasn't been the greatest. Apart from a few good matches with Nia Jax, um, but yeah, it's just been a kind of whatever feud.
And
Not feud and reign, but yeah.
it's not even been Tiffany's fault either. Like,
No.
this is all because that SmackDown Women's division has about 5 people in it,
Yeah.
and it's Tiffany. I was really harsh when Tiffany first come up, thinking she
Mhm.
wasn't ready, and
Yeah.
she is ready. But you've got to put her in there with something fresh on a
Yeah.
not week to week, but month to month. That Nia Jax feud killed all her momentum as a babyface because
Yeah.
no one wanted to see it anymore. Like no one. How many times are you gonna like Trish Stratus? Like, yeah, she's a legend, but that's not what Tiffany needed at that time.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it just killed her momentum. With Jade Cargill, they needed to do something with her
Yeah.
because she was going down the road of, is she gonna make it in WWE?
Yeah. I
A,
feel like
a
they.
lot of
Yeah.
people were saying she should have went NXT first. So she
Which I could see,
just
but
like
yeah.
yeah. But for this match, I think Jade might squash her.
It's possible you could do that booking. You could do that booking for Jade. Um, I wouldn't mind it because I don't think this will be a long match.
Hmm.
Um, but I think the only way you can book this is a Jade Cargill win. Unfortunately, there is no other
Yep.
option. Jade needs to win this belt tonight, and
And
yeah,
she's got
yeah,
to win clean.
that I can see like she does some shenanigans to get the win. I could see that. I could see like she cheats and the referee doesn't see it and she wins the belt. She's a heel, so she's gonna do those tactics.
She is
But
a heel, but I feel she should be a monster heel. She should be like how she was in
mm,
AEW, where people are fearing this woman.
I can see them going that route anyway. If she wins the championship, that's the route she's gonna go.
Yeah.
And the only person I can see that down the line can have a pretty long term feud is her former tag team partner Bianca Belair, who
Yep.
hopefully by next year is cleared. Because it is
Yeah.
kind of odd that she's been gone for a while, but hopefully she gets cleared next year. And that is the match you do next because they're former tag team partners. There's something you can do with the story with these two being together. And it's something that can kind of push Jade as well. Like I said, Jade's had a pretty. Her year's not been bad. Um,
Hmm.
there's been a lot of complaints, and it's not her. It was that triple threat altogether was a mess. All of them together was a mess, and the ref was a mess. So that, and then of course some moments in some matches, but hopefully with the world title, which WWE have been penciling for a while. If you even go back to WWE Unreal,
I think you're breaking
um,
up a bit, Ryden.
sorry, can you hear me now?
I can hear you. Your camera's just. Oh yeah, there we go.
Okay,
There
I
we
was
go. We're
wondering.
back.
Just issues. Nah, what I was just saying, hopefully you got it. But what I was just saying is that this is just an opportunity for Jade Cargill to kind of, with the world title, just do a little bit more with it. But yeah, I'm cool with it. But yeah, predicting Jade Cargill to win.
Yeah. Yeah. And then we've got Cody Rhodes versus Drew McIntyre.
With a new
For,
stipulation, this is literally just Cody's winning. This is what it tells me. If the thing is, if Rhodes gets disqualified, counted out, he'll lose the championship. I've seen this multiple times. I've seen this, like, for example, Randy Orton versus Christian, Hangman
yep.
MJF at Forbidden Door. Like,
CM Punk, Jericho at Mania.
yep, yep. But Cody, like, can we have a dialogue about Drew McIntyre post CM Punk feud?
There's a certain song by Jay Sean, and it's just called Down, Down, Down. and that's
Yeah.
all Drew McIntyre has been since. And he is the most disrespected wrestler in that company, Drew McIntyre.
Mm.
For the work he done last year to be rewarded. First of all, the feud with Priest, it was okay, but no one wanted that feud with Priest. No one. Done nothing for Priest, done nothing for McIntyre. It just got him on the card.
Yeah.
And then you chase the US title, which is beneath him at this point.
Hmm.
And then you started feuding with Jelly Roll. Like, how can you go from a main event, the feud of the year in WWE,
Yeah.
to Jelly Roll in a year?
Yeah. Yeah. Just and so I mean, I think the Jacob Fatu feud would have been a good change of pace.
Yeah,
Um, and if Fatu was fit, it would have actually not been a bad feud. Priest was fine, but it just wasn't like Damien Priest for some weird reason. Ever since he's gone SmackDown, it's almost like he's just another guy that's there. And I can see that WWE want to do something for him in the future, but it's like nothing's working out there. He's always a good wrestler and he's a good hand, and he can always
yeah,
have good matches. I just don't know if he can connect to the crowd like he did with the Judgment Day. It's almost like since they took him away from the Judgment Day, it hasn't transitioned to him getting as over as he could on SmackDown. Um, but yeah, like the promo they had was very, very good on SmackDown. I was able to catch that
yeah,
out. Um, it gave a lot to kind of get people invested. It's just that I feel like the result of this match is going to be Cody Rhodes retaining again. And
yeah.
for Cody Rhodes, it almost feels like he will go into WrestleMania with another chat with a match. I don't know who it will be this time because we all probably. I think there was a potential of doing, let's say, a Cody Rhodes CM Punk feud for
Yeah,
WrestleMania. That was something that I was potentially thinking that could be the next step because they've always been teasing that ever since
yeah,
them last two in the Rumble, the promos they've had every time around a Royal Rumble time. So that's something that WWE can kind of play with and kind of see what they can do going forward. But I just he just kind of has the belt now. And not to say like it's been
yeah.
bad, but it's just like he has the belt now, and he's kind of he might be in an issue where he's kind of running out of people to feud with heading into Rumble, heading into
He's
the
a
next
big
year.
fish in a small pond, Cody. He's the
Yeah,
biggest fish in the smallest pond. I feel like if they were to switch the titles over, I feel like the World Heavyweight title is more suited to SmackDown at the moment
yeah,
because it's like you. I know we class it as a world title, but we always see the World Heavyweight as the like an upper mid card belt.
yeah,
It's always been below the WWE Championship.
yeah.
So if you moved it to SmackDown, you have
Mhm.
Zayn, you have Hayes, you have Dragunov.
Dragon.
I know these people ain't ready
Yeah,
for maybe the world title bar Sami Zayn,
yeah,
but it pushes them onto a next level. Like how
yeah,
in 2006 SmackDown you had Rey Mysterio, who wasn't the world champion yet.
mhm,
That the matches he had for the world title put him onto a next level. And
yeah,
Mark Henry, and it's just I just feel like Cody's wasted on SmackDown.
yeah,
We you don't need him on SmackDown.
yeah. And like I'm not even looking at the SmackDown roster. I mean, these could be potentially his next opponents, and then they're always throwing around. Could Randy turn? Could this? And I feel like that is something that will happen eventually. I think that's just a
Yeah,
given. Maybe that's the feud he has in 2026. But then
yeah,
all the other people is like Sami Zayn don't have the US title anymore. Ray Phoenix, who is kind of there. You have Santos Escobar, who clearly took a fat check to stay here because he wanted to leave, and he was like, "No, you're gonna offer me more money. That's cool." Um, Happy to see Ilya Dragunov back, and I think he's
yeah,
continuing the US Open Challenge has probably been the best thing on SmackDown, bar none, and it's
yeah,
continuing to do so. Of course, Jacob Fatu, the MFTs, what they're trying to make serious and be like, oh, we have face paint, and then all these other things, and then the White Six, who they're over, but they're just there, and they have the tag
yeah.
belts. I think there just needs to be a shake-up because unfortunately SmackDown has kind of fought like has been like the weaker show of the weekly shows, unfortunately,
Yeah,
where that you get the highlight of like the US Open Challenge, but then everything else just kind of feels not as strong as it could be. I think the
yeah,
biggest weaknesses on SmackDown, if and this is not me trying to like criticize WWE at the time, I'm just kind of just being honest about it. Um, like Tiffany Stratton's world title reign wasn't super strong. I think the women's mid card is the what probably one of the weakest because
yep,
Julia's just there, who is clearly someone you could utilize, but the mid card or whatever you did with Becky Lynch with the IC title and kind of make that feel credible is not getting the same treatment as you're getting, let's say, on a SmackDown. And I hope that as time goes on, maybe he brings some people from NXT. I think you're
yeah,
wasting Jordan Grace on NXT just for her to just
yep,
help put Kalani Jordan over for the TNA belt. Move Jordan Grace to SmackDown.
yep,
Find some people in NXT and put them into SmackDown to kind of feed up the mid card. It just kind of
yeah,
feels like Julia's facing the same people. She's facing a Chelsea Green. She's facing a Mia Yim. Mix it up a bit. Selena Vega's
yep.
now a manager now, so it's like mix it up a bit.
B-Fab,
And B-Fab, yeah. So
yeah.
Candice LeRae, if she's not doing WWE speed stuff, but
How would you feel about once her tag runs over with Bailey, Lyra Valkyria going over to SmackDown?
I wouldn't mind it. I generally wouldn't mind it.
Because I feel like she's one you can dip both into the main event or the
Yeah,
women's championship and the US
yeah,
title. She can
yeah,
float between.
yeah. I
And I
don't,
don't
I,
think she's going to be
yeah,
doing anything on Raw after this Bailey stuff's done.
that too. And they had a really good tag match on Raw with Charlotte and
Yeah,
Alexa Bliss. I think Charlotte and Alexa Bliss, they're fine. As I
yeah,
think putting Charlotte with Alexa probably was the best thing for her right now, just to kind of keep her away from the world title and just kind of get her kind of back to things coming after that serious injury. So I think that that's fine as well. But yeah,
is this the best the WWE Women's Tag Team has been booked? The titles, because you had Sol Ruka and Zarya who had a good match with Flair
mhm,
and Bliss. You had
mhm.
Bailey and Lyra who had a good match with. Is this? I say that because it's a pretty low bar, but is this the
Yeah.
best the women's tag team titles have ever been booked?
I think you can say that, but then I have to just that you can say that to an extent with the run of matches they've had, but the problem with like the tag team division in WWE is that they don't feel like a real like the tag teams that are there. They don't feel like real tag teams. Like
Yeah,
weird example to use because they're not here anymore. And for example, the Iconics, they felt like a team because they actually
yeah,
felt like a team. Um,
yeah.
Kate and Carter and Casey
Katana
and
Chance.
Katana Chance. They felt like
Yeah,
a team, even though they weren't super over and whatnot. The others, they
yeah,
just I don't Bailey and Lyra as a tag team. I don't know how long term you're gonna do that with as a tag
yeah,
team overall. It just kind of feels like we are getting somewhere so into a story. Charlotte and Bliss, you could say feel like a team for now. It's just that
yeah,
as rich as the women's division is on WWE, and this is across all brands, and I kind of feel like NXT kind of utilize the tag teams a little bit more. That's why they defend over there, or they'll bring people over. It just kind of feels like the division isn't like solidified. It's like you're a tag team for now because we don't have any plans for you involving any mid cards or belts, unless we actually do have any plans for you. Um, that's why for a moment I was a bit hesitant on AEW getting the tag team women's tag team belts, but you can kind of see that there actually are kind of tag teams that make sense.
yeah, yeah.
So I will say there's more. There is they've been booked a little bit better, but then you have to say, are they on a PLE? Are they on this and other stuff as
Yeah,
well?
very true. That is very true.
Like,
Yeah,
is that the next step to kind of take the tag belt seriously, putting them on back-to-back PLEs? Of course, not every championship is going to be defended because of the five-match format you have on PLEs, which is fine, even though we can say some titles should be there if you want to make them
yeah,
credible. But
yeah,
but that's also another thing. So, yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So what's our prediction? Are we going We both got. I think we both got the same for all four. I think we've both got Punk.
Yeah,
We both got Dominic. We
yeah,
both have Jade, and we both have
yeah.
Cody.
Oh, yeah. Look, if,
Cool.
if if there's so right now, I'm pretty much booking that Jade Cargill's the only one taking the championship. If
Yeah.
Drew wins, then I'll be like, hands up
Yeah.
for this. I can be wrong, but right now with this added stipulation, it's Cody in a
Mm.
dramatic referee bump in three. That's how I kind
Yeah.
of see it. So yeah,
And
I got
also, I don't think they drop it on a Saturday night main event. I think they'll save it for something more prestigious than that.
yeah, and I mean and then we got Survivor Series, which we'll get there when we'll get there. But yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's just overall what I think. So I think Dominic Mysterio retains the IC Championship. I think we have a new WWE Women's Champion in Jade Cargill. Cody Rhodes is going to retain the championship by shenanigans, referee
Yep.
bumps, referee selling, and just just the typical nonsense that you get in a wrestling match. But it's cool, and I think CM Punk will become the world heavyweight champion, and will be interesting to see how they kind of navigate that. But yeah, that's my thoughts. Hopefully the show's good. I think it has a
Yeah.
chance to be a good show. It does
Yeah.
have the chance to be a good show. These WWE shows are never bad. I don't think they've had a terrible show. I think maybe the weakest show was WrestlePalooza, because when you hype a show so much and then it kind of falls under the expectations that it did, and plus WWE were doing counter programming shenanigans and it didn't work out, because if it
Yeah.
did, we would know the numbers of WrestlePalooza and we still don't. So that kind of tells you something. But I think this has the chance to be a good show. So
Yeah.
we'll
And it's
see.
the last one on YouTube. So,
That too.
and then we move over to Netflix, and then we can start all these ad breaks.
Yes, that one as well. But yeah, those are our thoughts on Saturday Night Main Event, the penultimate Saturday Night Main Event, because the next one will be the retirement of John Cena, the last ever match.
Be
Maybe
an
we
emotional
maybe
day.
yeah maybe in our next vid we can talk about how we feel about the John Cena retirement tour, which could be a whole
Yes.
video as
Yes,
well.
we should pencil that in for sure.
Yeah. But yeah, those are just our thoughts. We'll probably give a review, and then maybe sometime we'll just find some time just to kind of go over what we thought of the show, and then yeah, let's just continue on and see how this kind of goes on. But
Yeah.
um, but yeah, that's been our first video of Main Event Mic'd. Hopefully, we'll do this for WWE shows, AEW shows, maybe some TNA shows that are interesting, and then maybe some other things as well. But yeah, first video. I've been O'Riordan. This has been Billy, and that's how we're gonna end it. Catch you mans later.
Peace.
See ya.
Peace.